this is how you teach a person to think, right? And it's good when you're in a position to be able to do this, right? It's very good that when you're in a position to be able to do this. Let's see.
I want to talk about J.K. Rowling. Is that so? What's going on?
So he's a teacher, right? But Matt, again, I'll let him speak to himself because he knows what he's doing.
What do you want to know?
She's had a pretty controversial past. I just want to know, like, what are your thoughts on it? And, like, do you still like her work despite her bigoted opinions?
So let's get specific, though.
I mean, that's a bit of a loaded question, isn't it? But that's the way they do it. That's the way it's bred into them, right? Through the interwebs.
Let's define bigoted opinions. What opinions are bigoted? We're going to treat this as a thought experiment. I'm not going to say what's right or wrong or what way to think. The whole point is to learn how to think, not what to think.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, man, I'm so happy people like this are in education, right? I thank God for that.
When you say bigot, you're starting with the conclusion that given her bigoted opinions.
Yeah.
So first, let's start with, does she have bigoted opinions? So when you say bigoted opinions,
she has had a history of being extremely transphobic, I've heard.
You've heard. So what? Can you give me an example?
If you look at her Twitter, I think you could see a few things. If you want, I could try and find
see
something.
See if you can find one.
So, one of these tweets that she came out with in 2019, she said, "Dress however you please, call yourself whatever you like, sleep with any consenting adult who will have you."
I mean, that sounds pretty, laid back to me.
Live your best life in peace and security, but force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real.
So you find that bigoted? What do you find about
it? Was deemed transphobic. I myself.
Do you find that transphobic yourself?
I don't really have an opinion on it, but I'm just going with what a lot of other people have said.
So this guy's never noticed this about himself before, right? He's never gotten to introspect to this level that he really doesn't know what he's talking about, right? He holds opinions that aren't his own, right? And it's just normally people, because when you get these conversations, first it's combative. If you're now, whenever I'm really on form, right? Whenever I'm really good, I don't come in combative. I come in more like this and say, well, but not normally when I get involved, it's on Twitter or something. Yeah, I'm more of a dick, right? But if you can come in like this, it's so much better, all right? And I guess get them to quietly examine what it is they think they believe, because normally they don't, right? Normally they don't believe what they think they believe.
Pause it. Let's not go with what other people are saying. Let's try and learn how to critically think. So let's analyze the tweet ourselves. So that statement, do you see anything problematic disregarding other people's opinions?
She did try and pin some things on a specific group of people.
Where does she do that? Can you read that?
But force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real.
So when I hear that, I'm interpreting that as meaning if a woman says that, saying that there's a difference between men and female and then being attacked as transphobic, I think that's what she's saying by attacking someone for stating that sex is real.
That is exactly what she's saying.
Is that transphobic?
Right. Okay. So, brilliant. They managed to cut through and get him to ask himself this question, right? Again, this guy's awesome, right? This guy, thank God this guy's in education, because with people like this, there's hope for the future.
To you.
So, to me, no. Stating that sex is real is not transphobic. It's just a fact of life. It exists.
So is there anything you disagree with in that tweet?
In that tweet, I can't really see anything that I myself disagree with, but I can see...
Well, look, everybody in the whole world can't be wrong. Well, that's the thing, mate. Here's the thing. Our perceptions, which are built up through our input of reality, right, control our perceptions, right? Conceptions control our reality, and those perceptions are the inputs are being controlled right now in a very deliberate way to make you believe certain things, right? That's what social media algorithms do, right? They encourage belief. They encourage conformity of belief, right? They encourage a belief that you're thinking when you're really not.
Why some people would think, oh, this is offensive. We can't have that here or something. Because
Sure.
There's an apology tweet.
What is she? Let's read that. What did she say there? I haven't read that.
I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd
Again, doesn't sound like you hate trans people at this point.
march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it is hateful to say so.
You see anything problematic there?
She's apologizing, so no, not really. If I could read it again.
It sounds like a very similar statement as what she was just saying. She's basically saying, like, I have nothing, to me, this is what I interpret it as, I have nothing against someone being trans.
Exactly.
It's your life, but you just don't get to impose on my...
Right, and again, it's amazing this kid hasn't thought of this, right? Man, the power of social media. It's like, it's insane. No wonder the intelligence services developed it.
You can live how you want, I can live how I want.
Yeah.
And let's all,
Exactly.
So I guess now that we're looking at it like, oh, there's not much difference between me or her, do you think it's fair that that she's being attacked by a large group of people and people are calling her, like you said at the beginning of this conversation, you said, given the fact that J.K. Rowling is transphobic, how do you feel about Harry Potter? Now, retroactively looking at that statement, do you think that was the best way to phrase?
No, I feel like an idiot now.
It's okay.
That's the problem, right? That's the problem, because people don't want to feel like an idiot. That's it. People don't want to feel it's okay to be wrong. Right? Really, okay, so I started speaking about this. I'm going to speak about this again, because this was really important. It's okay to be wrong. Now, I'm a Bible-thumping crazy guy, right? So I believe I believe the Old Testament is literally true. But more than that, I believe it was crafted by God as to communicate very important truths, right, to humanity. And again, if you don't believe, it's fine. I'm not proselytizing. I'm really not. Do yourself a favor. Don't be Jewish, right? Shrimp, awesome. Okay, prawns are great. Prawn cocktails, I miss them. Oh, I miss a Sainsbury's prawn cocktail. Don't. Oh, I miss shellfish in general. Oh, you have no idea. And bacon. Oh, and just the ease. You go, I'm going to go anywhere, and like, you have no clue. Oh, don't be Jewish, kid. You're supposed to dissuade people from converting if they show interest. It's a really easy one to do. Anyway, I digress. It's people don't want to feel stupid because they were wrong, right? And I said, there was this fable, this prophecy for the end of days that the righteous will see their evil inclination as a mountain of diamond and hold it back, right? And the wicked will see it as a hair, and it walks all over them. Like, how am I let this nothing walk all over me? Because the palpable terror, the fear, right? The ongoing fear of being wrong, right? Of feeling stupid, right? That was that kid's problem. He didn't want to feel stupid, right? And that's, I think, what's driving most people today. A fear of feeling. It's okay to be wrong. So anyway, I believe in the Bible, right? I think it's real, but I think God crafts it for a reason. If you look at any of the heroes, any of the main characters of the Old Testament, they all fuck up, right? They all fuck up, right? There's no, and God puts it in there for, if there is a God, it's there. And my premise is great. God puts it in there for a reason, right? To understand it's okay to fuck up, right. Look, when you do though, you should grow a pair of balls and say sorry and man up, right? But it's okay to fuck up. Everybody fucks up. Get over it, right? But people are terrified. People are palpably terrified of feeling like this kid feels, right? And that, that's what I really think is going on here. Well, this guy is great, so don't worry about it. Look,
No, I feel like an idiot now.
It's okay though, but this is why we do this, to learn how to think.
yeah, man, that's very impressive. So good for him. Genuinely good for him. Very impressed, right? Very impressed. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.